knows where the doorbell is? So, some of you know that I have something called an NIV, which is a non-invasive ventilator. The reason why some people have this is for sleep apnea. I have it because my lungs don't inhale and exhale properly, and it's due to my brittle asthma. The way that my airways are restricted like all the time, and also with my Ehlers-Danlos loss, the muscles, they don't go properly, and I have a lot of issues with my ribs where they don't expand right, and it means then that my lungs don't work properly, they don't oxygenate properly, I get a lot of infections, I get tired, anything really along those lines. I've been trying out different masks for a very, very long time. I'm going to show you them now. The first mask I ever got given was this one, and it's the AirFit F10, and basically it's a solid mask where everything is all attached. This bit goes over the back of my head and it loops around and it hooks on like this. This is pretty rigid and it doesn't really move that far. From my first mask, I figured it was okay. The only times I've ever had masks before for an NIV was when I was in hospital, like high dependency or intensive care, and those masks are like completely different. Hospital one-time use ones are literally nothing like the home NIV stuff. So I thought this one mask was pretty darn good, until I got trialed with the one I currently use. This one hasn't got the mask in yet, but it has a lot more freedom here. You can like, with this one it doesn't even move, but with this one it completely goes up and down. They are all resmed, which is the make. I can't remember what this one. This is the AirFit F20, and basically what this one has is got interchangeable masks. So for instance, this one, all it does is clip in there, and these bits are magnetic, and this has always been a lot easier for me because of my muscles and because of my sleep paralysis and disassociations. When I'm coming around from them, I need to get my mask off quick, and for Soph, she needs to get it off whilst I'm obviously still sat there breathing on it. This one's, again, it like loops over your head and just connects around like normal. And when I was in hospital last August, September, my mask got dropped on the floor and it was sitting next to somebody's like hair and wash water from them when they just had a strip wash, and I refused to use that mask again because they was telling me, oh, it's fine, you can just wash it, we can sterilise it and you can use it, and I'm just like, in there. So I had to get given a new one. You're on my face. She has a habit of doing that lately, whether it's her arse, arm or foot. So yeah, I said I wanted a new mask. I wasn't going to use it again. So they gave me a new one. It was this one, this make, but the plastic inside had changed. It was like really solid and rigid, and every time I would wake up, most of you guys have seen on previous vlogs that I get like a mark around my face and it's really red and sore, and it's just really horrible and painful. And I've then been swapping backwards and forwards between this one and the one I just showed you, but it wasn't really making much difference, and it was making my face sore regardless. And that's when they came up with giving this soft sort of flannelly stuff. You cut it to this, like, they say to just literally cut a strip and put it on, but I cut it to like the shape of the mask. It kind of worked, but the problem was I would order it and the hospital just wouldn't give it to me quick enough. So then we're back in the same situation where the mask was just hurting, I was not wanting to wear it. It was just really horrible. One of the other masks I've got is this little one, and basically it literally just goes over your head, and these nasal pillow bits just like sits up into your nose like this. I tend to use this one if I'm struggling throughout the day, or if I'm just sat up here in the evening and I find I'm getting a bit tired, then I can put it on then. And it leaves my mouth open, it's not covered, whereas these masks cover my mouth and nose. It's quite hard to get used to the nasal ones because it forces the pressure up into your nose, but if you open your mouth, obviously it comes straight out your mouth, so you need to try and coordinate it so that actually the pressure goes into your lungs, so you're benefiting from it. And it took me a little while. I can do it, and in the summer when it's really hot I tend to wear this one at night as well, but it just depends on like how I feel. It's not a long-term all the time use because it's not as effective as what the full face masks are, regardless of whether you think you've got your breathing coordinated. It's never going to be 100% like the full face mask, so which is why I can't use it all the time. And we needed to find a solution for this one. I had heard that there was like a memory foam face mask about, but when I mentioned it to the hospital they had no clue what I was talking about. So the other day when we had Electra's EV vape back, I went searching for a mask and I found one. It arrived today. This is not it. This is in the case, and I put it on my face. Well, first of all I played a bit and I was just like, wow, and then I put it on my face and it was literally like the softest mask I've ever felt. I put it on Soph's face and she was quite shocked with how soft it was as well. And the good thing about this one is that because this one's interchangeable, it fits into the same unit as the solid plastic one does, so I didn't have to fork out for all of this. And it's basically, it has got this really super soft memory foam, and it really is super soft, and all it does is it clips back in there, and I've basically got a new mask that's really soft and I'm really looking forward to it. So this is going to be my first night wearing it tonight. I'm going to let you know what I think of it overnight, and I'll get the camera straight on my face in the morning to see and show you guys whether it leaves any marks. It shouldn't do, but there's always the chance that it can. And the only way you have to clean it is with water, like just that. Rubbing it with some water, just no like solution or anything like that, and it cleans it. So it's just like double bonus really. So I'm really excited, and hopefully it's going to be a good night. But we will let you know in the morning for the result. I have just woke up, and the only marks on my face are the ones from the actual strap. Everything here is perfect. This makes me very happy. I've got the strap there, but no mask. So, I've been freezing most of the fucking night. I start coming down on the stair lift, I'm like, shitting hell, it is freezing in here. Well, you know the other day that I said sometimes you accidentally leave the back door open? Alba? Yeah. That's a toilet roll with tissue on. And is it any wonder she takes things out the bin? Come on. Come on. Where is it? So yeah. Guess what we did last night? Or guess what Soph did last night? She forgot to shut the door. Good Lord above. Someone's just used the doorbell. Like, what on earth? Somebody knows where the doorbell is. The amount of times throughout the week we have somebody come to the door and not one person uses the bloody doorbell. Somebody's done it. They've actually done it. It's panclock day. And these are mine and Soph's pancakes. And if I'm not careful, it'll be Dixie's too. Yay! Happy panclock day! It's a little bit rain. Lie down a minute, 'cause we're going to be showing them. Stay there. Is it a bit... No, Alba. It's a bit wet and, No, Alba. I can't show the people with you like this. Look at me. No, come... You're making this very difficult. Are you cute? No! This isn't working!
Look at her face. She's so funny.
Am I not paying you enough attention? I just want to show them your hair. Is that right? Can I see it?
Did you sideways jump? How about did you? We got to get a picnic. She floats. This is just look. Oh, can I move? Oh, I've got 2 happy ear spikes. Really giant ones.
No, I don't want biscuit kisses.
Yeah, but I love you, man.
This is a bit inconvenient.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
Oh, you kissed me. What is going on out there?
It's very bad weather.
Is it? Oh, what did she do? Oh. Oh, my ears keep going boop. Lick. Oh, did I get you? That makes me sit. Hold your top, man. Oh, I'm walking down. No, that one was rude.
Good evening. Well, we just picked up the camera, obviously. And I just looked at the camera, I'm like, why do I look so big? And we think, looking at my neck, that I'm a little bit swollen. And we think it might be to do with my chest, because I have a temperature of 38.1. Yum. But we actually picked up the camera to tell you guys that we were looking on Home Bargains online, and I looked at the Star Buys, and there was World Book Day costumes, and it went through Harry Potter's just labelled wizard, then there was
Red Riding Hood,
superhero, Alice in Wonderland, and pirate. And then they had one for Mary Poppins. I'm going to have to insert a picture because I don't think you're going to believe us. But they've named it...
Do you want me to tell the people?
Yeah. Umbrella Nanny. Fucking Umbrella Nanny.
Umbrella Nanny. That was Alba's head, just in case you didn't know. Umbrella Nanny. What I don't get is why some of them were like, no, Red Riding Hood, Alice in Wonderland, Umbrella Nanny. Nanny? Nanny. Isn't a nanny a name that some people use for their lady gardens?
I don't know now.
No, I don't know now either. We'll just
Umbrella
skip that
Nanny.
part.
Fucking Umbrella Nanny. Like, what's going on? I got something in my eye. Ugh.
Sawdust, probably.
Yeah, probably. It's really irritating, actually. And the only reason we went on there is because I saw a post about being like there being a ton of unicorn stuff, and there's also this really, really cool bottle that looks like a dumbbell. That was Alba's
ear.
That's like a vitamin drink, and it just looks really, really cool.
It does look cool.
And we don't have a Home Bargains.
Closest is half an hour away, 20 minutes.
25 minutes. So we thought, I wonder if they do a shop online. So they do. But they sell about 10 unicorn items and no drinks.
Did you look in the product? Like
Yeah, there was only food and confectionery. It's only like...
sweets and stuff.
And creatine powder, which is ridiculous. If you see that in the shops, please do not buy it. If you take creatine powder and your creatine level gets really high, you are in the shitter. Literally, you are in deep doo-doo. It's just not good. Only take it if your doctor says you need it. Otherwise, don't. So there's my telling you off for now.
Only if you do it.
Well, yeah. If you don't, ignore that. But Sophie's volunteering tomorrow. I want my wipes, Mum.
You do?
This little one has been like this in our faces, just staring like this. And if we don't look at her or acknowledge her, she gets closer. But then you look at her and she's like, I don't know what you're talking about. But literally, it's just like, Mummy. Like how she is now. She just burnt. So, I know I said we might do the straws vlog today, but then my new mask arrived, so I had to tell you guys about that. We're holding hands. These girls are not happy with us because we couldn't take them out today. I mean, her hair like this.
Spikes and wetness.
And I think I got a bit earlier actually. That was just from getting Gizmo out the hutch and putting Gizmo back in the hutch.
Not even kidding. And,
and
it's not like it took a long time either.
And it's extremely windy as well, so I would have got soaked. And obviously I've got an electric wheelchair, so I'm allowed out in showers, or if I'm out and it starts raining, that can't be helped. But for me to physically take my chair out there when it's in this weather is just like a death sentence. So unfortunately it doesn't happen. Plus the girls get caked in mud and oh hey, hello, gorgeous. Kiss, please. Thank you. Oh.
Why did you move your head? Besides Mama and Toy.
Clonk. She's had no adverse side effects from the painful injection. So, and like,
yeah, she's right as rain now, isn't
yeah,
she?
so yeah, we think it's probably just the fact that she only had an injection in a few days ago. So she's a happy Larry now. Yeah. So yeah. What was I saying before that?
About doing different vlogs.
Oh yeah. So I had to share the new mask with you guys, and because of how busy tomorrow is with Soph obviously going volunteering, she also has to pick up my patches. She has to return her smartwatch because it's not working. It's a bit crap. So she has to do that. And I think there was one other thing, but I don't really know for sure. So we might do a straws vlog tomorrow. It depends, and it also depends on my chest as well. Just have to see how it is. I might be knackered, I might not. But yeah, thanks for coming on our day. Yay! Do you have an umbrella nanny near you? Oh, look at her spikes.
Don't look at my spikes, everyone.
Hi. Hi.
Don't look at that.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna go finish my nebulas and then take my meds. Soph's gonna continue brushing these pampered pooches. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone. Tuesday, March 5th. Pancake Day. Know and grow. Jesus took Peter, James and John with him and led them up a high mountain where they were all alone. Sorry, Albert took a tissue again. There he was, transfigured before them. Then a cloud appeared and covered them, and a voice came from the cloud. This is my son, whom I love. Listen to him. Who knows what Peter, James and John were thinking when Jesus led them to the mountain? They had seen him feed the 5,000, then 4,000 more. They had watched him silence the Pharisees with his wisdom about the scriptures. They and other disciples had left all to follow him. But was this outspoken yet compassionate rabbi truly the Messiah, Israel had been waiting for, or just a good teacher? Their burning question was answered by none other than God, the Father himself. God's statement from the cloud affirmed Jesus' identity as the Son of God, beloved and trustworthy, telling them to listen to him. God's declaration revealed a new truth to these two. Hang on. To these disciples, sorry. Jesus was so much more than even the earthly Messiah they had been hoping for. Do you, like the disciples, have deep questions about Jesus and his ways? Follow the Father's word. Listen to him through the word and prayer, and your trust will grow as you get to know him better. He is indeed more than you could ever hope for. Jesus, deepen my trust by showing me more of you. And, of course, it wouldn't be a reading without Miss Albabob. Ain't that right? Eh? Ain't that right? Yes. Yes, it is. Hi. Are you gorgeous? Are you gorgeous? I think you are. Yeah.